was in critical condition, and to have fire resources available immediately allowed for us to provide him the best possible outcome that we can.
Can we do it in here?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we got a gurney here.
Let's do that. What do you need to move?
We're going to go to the flat right here.
Okay, perfect.
I'm real proud of the collaboration, not only to provide care to the hurt Australian Shepherd, but to also provide timely transportation to a local veterinarian clinic.
All right, Matt? Good?
Yeah, I'm just kind of really good hold on this.
All right, so our gurney's right there.
What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to episode number, I believe, 3, Skunk's EMS Chronicles. Somebody actually asked about this the other day, and I hadn't had the inspiration for it in a while. But I ran a call the other day that really gave me the inspiration. So, here it goes. This one's actually kind of a feel-good, kind of a feel-good, because somebody still got hurt, but there's a little more to this one than just the one person that got hurt. So my partner and I were on our way back to station, and our sister unit that also deploys out of our station got a call for a traffic collision, possibly entrapment, yada yada yada. Excuse me. So that kind of sends out the cavalry. They get on scene, they confirm, yes, there is a person trapped in the car, possibly 2 patients, because of the nature of it and the nature of what the injuries would be on people being trapped in a wrecked car. They asked for a second unit to come along. So that second unit happens to be me and my partner, because we're the closest. We're on our way back station, and it's actually in our coverage area. We get there, and what has happened is a vehicle which had to have been like hauling ass up the road rolled a couple times, crashed into a water main where it comes out above ground and has the OSMY valves on it and stuff for water main shut off and all that good stuff. Rolled and came to rest right on this water main valve, which happens to be on the front porch of a fire station. So as we roll up, the battalion chief comes and lets us know, hey, we've determined that there is only one person in the car, but because of the extensive extrication that needs to be done, we'd like you to stay just in case anybody else gets hurt while trying to save this guy. So, I mean, the dude, it probably took a good 40 minutes to cut the guy out of his car. I mean, the car was freaking mangled, and it was up against this post, and there's nothing they could do except cut the car to pieces to get the guy out. So they pull him out. He's got some pretty severe injuries, man. He had to have been in critical condition. He was pretty messed up from the crash. So we pull him out, we get him all loaded up and on his way to the hospital to find out that a dog had been in the car with him and had been ejected from the car. And after being ejected, the dog was scared. He ran and found a place to hide on the back steps of the fire station. So we go over there to see what's up with the dog. As we're heading over to check out the dog, the supervisor on scene says, hey, you know, I already went over there and checked, and the dog, her gums were turning white, which is a sign of shock in dogs. So he says, hey, why don't you grab an IV setup in the back? And he told me, you know, I used to do this to my dog. My dog had some health issues, and we did a subcutaneous IV line on her. And, you know, I had to do it at home all the time, so grab a bag, you know, why not? We'll put an IV line on the dog, see if we can get her to at least absorb some fluids and help out with that shock. So I'm thinking, oh shit, great idea. So I grab a setup and we go over there. As we get over there, there's like helicopters overhead with the spotlight on us, and turns out it's Stu Mundell. And if you're from the Southern California area, you know Stu Mundell is the, I believe, you know, I don't want to say what channel he is because I can't remember for sure. He's a very famous helicopter reporter in the area. So he's above us. I see somebody sneak a camera up over top, and they're filming over top of this wall that we're just below. So while we're checking out the dog, animal control shows up. Animal control says, hey, we can't transport this dog. Well, we can transport the dog, but it's just going to go into one of the cages on the truck, and there's not going to be anything special, no special accommodations for the dog's injuries, which apparently it appeared to us that the dog had a broken leg, and we were expecting some kind of internal bleeding because of the shock. So he says this, and the battalion chief comes over to us and says, hey, you know, guys, I know this is out of the ordinary, but can you transport the dog? My first reaction is, hell yes, I'm going to transport that dog. I'm not going to let a poor puppy just die on the side of the road like that. So I had to look like a little kid because I look at the supervisor and I'm like, please, Daddy, please, can we? So sure enough, he says, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So we go ahead and load this dog up, and well, we're on like Southern California TV because, you know, Stu Mundell, it's a major Southern California channel that he's on. So we had like all of Southern California watching us. And then to top it off, we take the dog over to an emergency veterinary office. The helicopter follows us the entire way there. They filmed us actually walking the dog on the gurney into the veterinary office. It just cracked me up because, you know, the driver was hurt and the helicopter follows us with the dog. It was kind of hilarious to me, but honestly, it's the most fun I've ever had at work, being able to help this dog out. And I think it had to be the best patient I've ever had too, because I was patting her the whole way there, trying to keep her calm. And to be honest with you, when we got to her, her breathing wasn't that good. She was very rapid and shallow breathing. By the time we got to the vet's office with the fluids on board and consoling her, she was breathing completely normal. I think last I heard she did in fact have a broken leg and had some internal bleeding. But after all this news coverage, the city that we live in, Santa Clarita, the city's known for coming together. And somebody saw what had happened, they started a GoFundMe page, and apparently completely with donations, this dog's medical bills are going to be like all paid for. So that's where the feel-good part is. I got to help out a dog, which, you know, I love dogs. I'm an animal lover. And just the fact that the city came together to take care of these medical bills, I thought it was just awesome. And, you know, there's a good outcome here, and that's one that I wanted to share with the EMS Chronicles. So when I come up with more memories to do, I'm going to continue this series because I guess there are a few people who like it. I don't want to talk about just every average call though, so I mean it has to be the bigger ones, you know, the more unusual stuff that I would prefer to talk about. So I'll call it quits from here. Rubber side down, shiny side up, and I will catch you all next time. Out.